Yo, what's up, sports bettors? We got the NBA, NHL playoffs, as well as a bunch of MLB games. So I'm going to be running you through a few different parlays I have on PrizePicks, FanDuel, a bunch of different sports books. Let's get into it.
So my first parlay is going to be on FanDuel, and I say this all the time, but sometimes there's more value on DraftKings, sometimes there's more value on PrizePicks, sometimes there's more value on FanDuel, and the top play I was able to find is on FanDuel. So I'm on Mike Clevenger over 5.5 strikeouts at plus 154 odds. So you can see this is the top profit margin bet on OddsJam, almost a 6% profit margin, and you're getting really clear value at plus 154 odds, right? No other sportsbook is giving you above plus 130. Bet Online and Pinnacle, two of the sharpest sportsbooks out there, they're around plus 120 odds, so we're getting a bunch of value on FanDuel Sportsbook. And a lot of people don't realize it. They'll be like, well, how does he, pitch at home versus away? How has he pitched in his last 5 or 10 games? And the truth is, none of that really matters, right? It's all baked into the market. When you think about Facebook stock, right? Everything that is public information is baked into the price. This is the point where supply and demand is equal, and it's no different in sports betting, right? Any public information, the sports books know, other sports bettors know, it's baked into the market. So as a sharp sports bettor, you're really like a savvy investor, like a day trader. You're looking for value in the market. Out of the tens of thousands of lines on FanDuel or any sportsbook, you look at DraftKings, just how many lines they're putting out, it's pretty crazy. Each sportsbook has at least 10,000 odds. So you're really looking for those few spots, those few rare betting opportunities where a sportsbook is slipping up and offering too much value. And you can see right here in Phillies White Sox, they're giving way too much value on Clevenger over 5.5 strikeouts. So plus 154, really clear value. So then the second play I went with is a soccer play. Man City versus Arsenal over 3.5 total goals. So this game is still a week away, but I say this all the time, as a sharp sports bettor, you don't really care, right? If you're betting on soccer versus the NBA versus the MLB, you just want to find bets with value, bets with an edge, right? Some people will be like, oh, I want to bet on, whatever, the Timberwolves game tonight. The truth is, that's not how you want to bet, right? As a sharp sports bettor, you want to wake up and be like, okay, I want to see what books have opportunities, which books are slipping up, where there's value in the market. Sometimes there's more value in soccer, sometimes there's more value in baseball, whatever. And the top two plays on OddsJam are on, the Man City Arsenal game, over 3.5 total goals at plus 182, looks like pretty crazy value. No other book is even giving you better than plus 158. So FanDuel's slipping up, right? All of these sportsbooks, they want to set lines independently. They want to be unique. So as a sharp bettor, you're really just looking for those few rare betting opportunities where sportsbooks are slipping up and offering too much value. So I put together this parlay, Clevenger over 5.5 strikeouts, which is just the same as 6+ strikeouts, and then over 3.5 total goals in Man City Arsenal, 97.40. I bet to win roughly $600. That's parlay number one.
So I hit this parlay on FanDuel for 97.40. A lot of new sport bettors will be like, oh, why did you bet 97.40? That's such a random amount. And if you look here, you're going to notice that's the max that FanDuel gave me. They're like, wow, Alex is a sharp, profitable bettor. He's made money off us the past few years. We're only going to let him bet 97.40 on this play, right? Sportsbooks determine the max bet size, not you. So I say this all the time, but that's why you can definitely make money sports betting, but sportsbooks ultimately can cut down your bet sizes, which is just, a little annoying as a sharp bettor.
So my next two parlays are on Fliff. So I've explained this before, but Fliff is an interesting platform because compared to FanDuel, you have to be 21 or older to sign up. On Fliff, you only have to be 18, right? So Fliff is an 18+ sportsbook, and also it's available in almost every single location. California, Texas, you don't have FanDuel. There's no DraftKings in these locations, but there's Fliff, right? So you're going to notice there's a lot of profitable bets on Fliff, and the top play currently available, you can see right here, is Johan Oviedo under 4.5 strikeouts. So on Fliff, you can get this at minus 110 odds. Resorts World, TonyBet, Pinnacle, right? Pinnacle, sharpest bookmaker out there, has this at minus 152. Bovada, minus 135. So long story short, a ton of value here at minus 110. MLB player prop, just following the value. My next play is right here. So we're on Marco Gonzalez, under 4.5 strikeouts. If you take a look at the odds, Bet Online, they have the under favored. Pinnacle has the under favored. No other sportsbook's even giving you plus money on this. Most other sportsbooks have this around minus 120 odds. You're getting plus 105 on Fliff. So that's the second play I went with. Then there's an NBA point spread. Again, just following the value. Nets, plus 5.5, minus 110 odds we're getting on Fliff. No other book giving us better than minus 123, and these are pretty tight markets, right? Pinnacle only has 14 cents in market width, so clear value here on the Nets point spread as well. So I'll flip over, I'll show you my two parlays, and then finally I have a PrizePicks.
So here you're going to see my two parlays on Fliff. Again, I really recommend signing up for this platform. There's a ton of value. There are a ton of benefits to signing up for Fliff. It's an 18+ sports book, so almost anyone can use it, and it's available in almost every location. So two parlays on Fliff that I added in. A lot of value on the sports book, a lot of money you can make off it.
So my final play is going to be on PrizePicks, and I've explained this before, but what's really unique about this platform is you look at DraftKings, you look at sites like FanDuel, right, traditional sportsbooks, is they have a bunch of numbers, right? There's a bunch of odds on these platforms. So for example, on DraftKings, if we take Oswaldo Cabrera over half of a base, so over half of a base, 1+ base, so I'm just on the player basis category, if we end up taking Cabrera's over, our payout on DraftKings is we're betting 100 at plus 343 odds to win 443 total, right? That's our total payout. So you can see right here, 443. Whereas if we were to take his under, now the parlay, you're betting 100 to win 522.75, right? The odds are a lot better. So what's really unique about PrizePicks is this is a platform that they don't change your payouts based on you selecting overs or unders, right? It's a fixed payout platform. Any 5 picks you select, doesn't matter if you take golf picks, so if we replace this with a golf pick, it doesn't matter if you take golf picks, whatever, you're always getting the exact same payout, doesn't matter if you take overs or unders. So basically the strategy for beating PrizePicks, because they're not varying your payouts based on you selecting overs or unders, is you just want to find spots where sportsbooks have one side heavily favored. So there's a tool you can use, it's currently free to use. It's called the fantasy screen. So you go to screen, then fantasy screen. It says it's in beta mode, so it's in testing mode currently. It's free to use, and all this tool shows you is the best plays on PrizePicks, the plays that have the highest win probability. So for example, for Oswaldo Cabrera, you'd want to take his over half of a base, and the reason you want to is all the sportsbooks are telling you, hey, his over is heavily favored, right? All the sportsbooks have his over half of a base, so him to get 1+ base, a lot more likely than his under. All the sportsbooks are telling you, hey, line should be juiced towards the over. The over is a lot more likely than the under, so this is a profitable play to include in your PrizePicks entry. So I've explained this before, but on PrizePicks, all you have to do to beat them long term is win 54.3% of your over-unders, right? So if you can select your over-unders just like this, 54.3% of the time correctly, you're going to be profitable if you're playing 5 flexes. So all this fantasy screen shows you is the plays that are hitting over 54.3% of the time according to sportsbook odds, right? So for Oswaldo Cabrera, all the sportsbooks have his over half of a base, so him to get on base as the favored outcome, pretty heavily juiced to around -135 odds, -140 on the sportsbooks. So his over is a lot more likely. His over is winning over 54.2% of the time. So this is a profitable play to include in your PrizePicks entry, right? And all you want to do is take these plays in green. Anything in green on the fantasy screen, which you can use for PrizePicks, Underdog, Parlay Play, Jock Market, Thrive. There's a bunch of different fantasy platforms, and sometimes there's more value on Underdog, sometimes there's more value on PrizePicks. But here's what I ended up going with. Cabrera, over half of a base. Again, DraftKings, all the sportsbooks have his over heavily favored. Ozzy, under 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. You can see that right here. Sportsbooks have that around -140. Lopez, under 8.5 rebounds plus assists. All the sportsbooks have his under heavily favored. So long story short, I just got these plays straight from the fantasy screen. Cabrera, over half of a base. Rooker, over half of a base. Middleton, under 23 half points. Lopez, under 8.5 rebounds plus assists. Ozzy, under 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. So that's what I got for you guys. Hopefully this video was helpful, and let's make some money today.